So in this experiment, I would like to explain about to determine the amount of Fe3 present in the given solution using salicylic acid by colorimetric titration. What is the name of the experiment? To determine the amount of Fe3 present in the given solution using salicylic acid by colorimetric titration. The name of the method, it is static method. So in this experiment we have to determine the amount of Fe3 present in the given solution. So you can see this is the given Fe3 solution. This is the given Fe3 solution. We require this Fe3 solution, that is ferric ammonium sulfate. Now the second solution to perform this experiment, that is salicylic acid. We require salicylic acid. So in this case salicylic acid plays a role of the ligand, and Fe3 plus ion, ferric ion, plays a role of the metal ion, and we want to perform the reaction between Fe3 plus solution with salicylic acid as a ligand. So what are the requirements? We require colorimeter. So you can see this is the colorimeter here. We require colorimeter. Then Fe3 plus solution. So to perform this experiment, we require the instrument colorimeter. Then we require Fe3 plus given solution. Then we require salicylic acid. The concentration of the salicylic acid, it is 0.005 normal salicylic acid. That is required to us. Okay. So how to perform this experiment now? Now we require 100 ml dilution flask. Okay. So I have given the numbering from 1 to 10. This is flask number 1, you can see. And from flask number 1 to 10, I have given the numbering. This is flask number 10. And this is the flask, volumetric flask for blank solution. Okay. So we require 11 flask. So what I am doing now, I have to take 10 ml of the diluted Fe3 plus solution in each flask. First of all, I have to take 10 ml of the Fe3 plus solution in each flask. So let us take 10 ml of the dilution solution, 10 ml of the diluted solution in each flask now. So first it is blank solution. So take 10 ml of the diluted solution, Fe3 plus ion solution. So in this way now I am going to take the diluted Fe3 plus solution in each flask now. Okay. So I have taken 10 ml Fe3 plus solution in each flask. So up to flask number 11, Fe3 plus solution I have taken equal amounts in all the flasks. Now I would like to add 0.005 normal salicylic acid. So in blank solution I am not adding that solution. From flask number 1 to flask number 10 I am going to add salicylic acid solution. So in first flask I have to add 1 ml of 0.005 normal salicylic acid solution. So you can see here what happens when we are adding the salicylic acid. As we know, salicylic acid is a ligand. So you can see the color of the solution become changes. So Fe3 plus ion reacts with salicylic acid, and this violet colored complex will be formed here. Complex formation process has been takes place now. So this is the flask number 1. Similarly, in flask number 2, I have to take the 2 ml of the salicylic acid. In flask number 1, I have taken 1 ml of the salicylic acid. Now in flask number 2, I have to take 2 ml of the 0.005 normal salicylic acid. So the color intensity becomes increases here, as the amount of the salicylic acid will be increases. Now in flask number 3, I have to add 3 ml of the salicylic acid. 3 ml of the salicylic acid. So I am going to increase here the volume of the salicylic acid added in each flask. Flask number 1 contain 1 ml, flask number 2 contain 2 ml, flask number 3 now contain 3 ml. Now in flask number 4, I have to add 4 ml of the salicylic acid. 4 ml of the salicylic acid. In this way now I am going to add the 0.005 normal salicylic acid in each flask. So in the last flask, that is flask number 10, I have to add 10 ml of the salicylic acid. And in the blank solution, there should be no salicylic acid is added. This blank solution only contain the Fe3 plus ion solution. Okay. So in this way I have to add the salicylic acid solution in each flask now. Thus I have taken in each flask the required amount of the salicylic acid. In the flask number 1, I have taken 1 ml of 0.005 normal salicylic acid. In flask number 2, I have taken 2 ml of 0.005 normal salicylic acid. And in flask number 10, I have taken 10 ml of the 0.005 normal salicylic acid. So the solution contain now Fe3 plus ion and salicylic acid. Okay. So the reaction between Fe3 plus ion and salicylic acid takes place here. And in flask number 1, that is a blank solution, no salicylic acid is added here. Now I am going to dilute all the solutions with the help of the distilled water. So dilution of each flask now. So flask number 1, I have to dilute blank solution first. I have to dilute it. Blank solution only contain Fe3 plus ion solution. So let us dilute the blank solution here. Dilution of blank solution which contains only Fe3 plus ion solution, and it is diluted up to the mark. This is 100 ml dilution flask. So let us going to dilute up to the mark now. So this is to be diluted up to the mark. Let us shake it. Now the flask number 1, let us going to dilute this. The flask number 1, it is diluted. Now up to the mark using water, distilled water. So now it has been diluted up to the mark. Let us check it. So it is totally mixed up. So in this way now I am going to dilute all the solutions from flask number 1 to flask number 10. So I have diluted all the solutions using the distilled water. So in each flask the solution being diluted here. So after the dilution now, I would like to measure the absorbance of this solution. Once again, I would like to tell what I have done. I have taken 10 ml of the Fe3 plus solution in each flask. Then I have added the required volume of the salicylic acid as per given in the observation table. So suppose this is flask number 3. So in this flask number 3, I have added 3 ml of 0.005 normal salicylic acid. Due to the addition of the salicylic acid, what happens? The reaction between Fe3 plus and salicylic acid takes place, and there is a formation of the complex. Okay, so addition of the salicylic acid and dilution of that solution, that process has been completed now. All the solutions are ready to take the readings. So I am going to measure the absorbance of each solution with the help of this colorimeter. So colorimeter is given here. Now first of all, I would like to standardize this colorimeter with the help of the distilled water. So this is the colorimeter, and at wavelength 525 nanometer. Now I have selected here the wavelength 525 nanometer. This is the cuvette here. This is the digital display, and with the help of this I can adjust the transmittance or absorbance of the solution. Okay, so first of all, at 525 nanometer wavelength, I have to standardize the colorimeter. So in the cuvette I have taken distilled water. Now let us put this in the cuvette here, and so at 525 nanometer it shows 100% transmittance. So it indicates that this colorimeter is okay. It is now ready to take the readings for all the solutions. Okay, 100% transmittance is there, and 0.00, that is the absorbance of the distilled water. Okay, so this instrument is now okay. So I am going to start now the readings here. Okay, so first solution now, let us take the first solution, that is a blank solution. Okay, first solution, it is a blank solution. So let us take the blank solution here. In the cuvette, it is up to the mark. In this cuvette, nearly about 3/4 cuvette being filled here with the help of the blank solution. So now let us measure the absorbance of the solution. So the blank solution shows 0.01 absorbance. The blank solution shows 0.01 absorbance. Absorbance of the blank solution, it is 0.01. Okay. So it means that blank solution shows certain absorbance here. Now let us take the flask number 1 solution. Let us take the flask number 1 solution. So this is flask number 1. You can see here. This is flask number 1. It has a faint color. So I have to take this solution now into this cuvette. Okay. So let us take the reading of the flask number 1 solution. So let us see what absorbance it being shows. So the reading, it is 0.04. This is for flask number 1. Okay, flask 1 shows the reading 0.04. Then flask number 2. Let us take the reading of the flask number 2. Increasing concentration, we have to take the readings here. Flask number 1 to flask number 10 now. Flask number 1 to flask number 10. So the reading it is 0.10. For flask number 2, the reading absorbance it is 0.10. So in this way now I am going to I have taken the readings of all the flasks.